Michael McCaul, Republican out of Texas, ranking member, House Foreign Affairs Committee. Sir, how you doing? And good morning. Good morning to you. Kerry says it never happened. Anthony Blinken says these were open secrets reported in the media. Given that, can you prove it?
Well, the facts need to come out. These are very serious allegations. Very disturbing if the former Secretary of State is meeting with the foreign minister of Iran, who is an enemy, a foreign adversary of the United States of America, sort of behind the scenes as Secretary Pompeo is negotiating the maximum pressure campaign. To me, we need to open an investigation. The facts need to come out. I don't know if they're true or not, Bill, but if they are, there should be consequences. It appears to be somewhat treasonous to be meeting with the enemy and cutting back deals and sharing information, intelligence related to Israel and its efforts against Iran proxies in Syria. Having said that, we don't know all the facts, and rest assured I will find out.
The State Department spokesperson said that I would just make the broad point that if you go back and look at press reporting from the time, this certainly was not secret, and governments that were involved were speaking to this publicly on the record. But the timeline here is a little strange, right? Because the recording seemed to maybe happen before that.
And that's what we need to find out. You know, when did he have these conversations? You know, classified information, Dana, I have to sign a form, and I take it very seriously as a federal prosecutor. When people divulge classified information, they get prosecuted. So this is, again, very serious allegations that I know the committee, Chairman Meeks and I will be meeting with former Secretary Kerry on other issues, but including this one in the near future.
So more to come on that. Hope you come back and we'll discuss that based on your findings there. In the meantime, you got a major speech later tonight. Senator Kennedy, your Republican colleague from Louisiana, characterized it the following way. Watch here.
President Biden is very woke. What I'm afraid President Biden wants to build, he wants to sever the link between work and income. He wants to build a society of safety nets where no one has to take responsibility, where it's always somebody else's fault, where every child gets a trophy.
I mean, give us a preview of what you expect tonight, and I mean, perhaps maybe what happens over the next 18 months, because I know Republicans are getting ready for a midterm. That's what they've got their eye on. And many of you said, how can you limit the quote-unquote damage politically before then? What's your expectation?
Well, I remember Inauguration Day, he said it's all about unity, bringing both sides together. And first 100 days, Bill, haven't demonstrated this at all. It's been a very partisan agenda. We did COVID bipartisan under Trump administration. You know, $2 trillion, very partisanly rammed down. Then we're looking at a major tax increase. They're talking about this American Families Package. I don't know all the details other than to say it's a massive tax increase on a pandemic economy at a time where we could least afford it, to give away, you know, free education and health care. You know, when AOC is complimenting the president, really the tail wagging the dog, that tells you that Biden is not leading from the center as he promised, but rather letting the far left control his agenda. And I'm afraid you're going to see that tonight, Bill, with this broad announcement of a major spending and tax package. This will be $6 trillion in the first 100 days if it passes, right? Wow. That's more than most GDP's economies in the world.
And that's a fascinating statistic. You'll be there for the speech tonight?
I will be. I was one of 40, and I think it's important to show respect to the office, and I will be there tonight.
Okay. One of 200. Wall Street Journal says he's governed like Bernie Sanders in a hurry, to your point. Michael McCaul, thank you for your time today. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Dana.